guys, welcome back to Maui Slime Co. Today I'm doing a very exciting video. Well, it is for me at least. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these like rising squishies. And it's kind of hard to explain this, but these squishies actually are formed with two liquids, part A and part B of Flex Foamant. So this is what they look like. I just got these today and I've used them quite a bit. And once you mix the two parts together, you get something like this. And basically what you have to do is you have to put it in some silicone molds. And basically today I'm going to be showing you and going through the steps on how to do that. So let's get started. Alright, so what you're going to need for this video is obviously the Flex Foamant, part A and part B. Some silicone molds of your choice. I'm going to be showing you how I make the cupcake ones, and then a container, and some popsicle sticks for stirring, and a measuring spoon of your choice, and then you also need some damp paper towels. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your part B and put some in basically in this cup. So, whatever you have to do, 2 of these to 1 of those, whatever ratio. So if I were doing like a cup, which is a lot, I do 2 cups of B and 1 cup of A. So I'm going to be doing just a small amount, and I actually might need some more molds, so I might do some of these adorable little paw prints as well. So basically what you're going to need is you're going to, let me just organize this better. So you're going to do 2 of these full of B, and then I'm just going to do that for you guys. Pouring is the easiest way, in my opinion, to do this. So you're going to want to do heaping full of B, because the B is what it makes it more squishy. So if you put more B, the more slow rising your squishy will be, and then a little less A, and that will make your squishy more slow rising. So you want to make sure you don't spill it like I just did. You want to be careful with this, and you should wear gloves. I'm not, just because it's a little bit easier for me right now because I've been doing this for a while. So I'm just going to scrape this out. And then here is where the paper towel is going to come in. You want to clean it out before you put the A inside of it, because you don't want to mix the two together. So you're going to take your wet paper towel and remove it like so. Just cleaning it like that. And I'm going to wipe this down real quick. So next, you're going to want to stir these together well, especially when you first get this. You want to stir it together because they're like not completely stirred yet. So you want to stir this for about 15 seconds. It doesn't really matter. You do have to work quickly once you put the A inside of this part though. So that's probably good for now. Now I'm going to take 1 of these, or a little less than 1 of these of A, and I'm going to do the pouring. And then once you pour this in, you want to work very quickly because it will start foaming up. So I'm going to do about that. I think I added a little too much, so I might go ahead and pour some back in like so, because I want my squishies to be slow rising. You don't want to do too less of A though, else it won't work. It'll be like goopy. So I'm just pouring that in, putting it on a wet paper towel to start. And then you want to mix this quickly for about 30 seconds at the most. Like so. It will start foaming up fairly quickly, so you want to be careful. So you do want to fill them up, not too full. I might have put a little too much in that one. So like that, and then I'm going to fill one of these doggy prints up. And then the last one, like that. And then you don't really want to get it on this side like I did, being a little bit clumsy, which is not good. And then as you can see, it will start foaming up very quick. So I do want to go ahead and clean the sides of this real quick. Like that. I'm going to move these closer to a camera, and then you can just see how quickly this rises. Alright, so these are still very sticky, and as you can see, they rise very nicely. I like how the pop prints turned out. I might have even been able to spread it out to 3 because they are a little bit bumpy on the back, but I've never made them, so now I know. So basically what you're going to do now is you're going to let these sit for about 10 minutes, and then you can slowly take them out of the molds. So it's been about 10 minutes, and they do feel the tad is a bit sticky, but that usually doesn't matter. So I don't know if you can tell, but these did die down in size a bit, which I'm actually pretty happy about because these look like perfect size now. So I do tend to notice that they do shrink and a little bit get different over time. But I'm basically just going to show you me taking them out of the molds, which is one of my favorite parts because it's so, I guess, aesthetically pleasing. So as you can see, these two squishies are very soft and nice and slow rising, which is great. Then I'm going to go ahead and take these pop prints out, which I'm very excited for because I haven't used them yet. So here's the paw. I don't know if you can see the details too well, but it does look very cute. So this one actually turned out really nice. Here's this one. So this one turned out pretty cute too, but I don't know if you noticed, it did rip a little bit in the process, but I can totally fix that while painting. I don't know, I might have needed to wait a little bit longer to take them out, but they still turned out pretty cute. You do want to wait maybe even more than 10 minutes, just depends. Usually the cupcakes are really easy to take out, but sometimes the more detailed ones take a little bit more time. Is to paint your squishies, and for the painting process I'm going to be taking one of each squishy. So I'm going to be taking this paw and then this cupcake. Basically the ones that turned out better I'm going to be painting for you in this video. So I'm going to be taking some light pink puffy paint, which is puffy paint with a mix of a little bit of acrylic red paint to make a pink color. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a popsicle stick, and you want to flip this over, and you have to paint this in sections because then otherwise you get paint all over. And I prefer doing a very thick coat of this so that I only have to paint it one time. Sometimes I have to do a second coat, but usually only one time. So I'm going to be painting this, and usually it takes it's gonna sound a lot, but like 12 hours to dry, because I do have to paint it like at night basically, or in the evening or afternoon, and then it will be ready the next day. So it doesn't feel like 12 hours, but yes, it does take very long. Sometimes if I paint in the morning, I can get it done by night. It depends on the weather, really. So I'm doing a thick coat, and actually this paint is scented like cotton candy. So the bottom of this cupcake will smell like cotton candy, which is great. You can scent your paints if you want to make it, I guess, scented. So that's what I'm going to do. So I might need to do another coat, but that's basically what I'm going to do for this one. And then when it dries, you can basically see the lines on the cupcake like liner more. So I'm going to let this one dry like this. And I'm actually going to be using the same color as well. As you can see, there is that little details on it. So I'm basically going to paint the details white after and then paint the whole thing pink. So what I do for these is I stick a toothpick in the bottom so I can paint the whole thing at one time. Like so. It only works for small squishies, and this one's pretty small. It's only the size of my 3 fingers. So then I'm going to be taking this chunk of styrofoam that's very random and basically stabbing it in to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this. And I'm also scenting this paw with the same pink paint because I want these squishies to be scented like a nice sweet scent. Again, I'm doing a very thick coat. So it's kind of hard to get this one since it's pretty small, but I'm just trying to get in all the cracks because I really only want to paint one layer. I might have to do 2, like I said on the cupcake, just all depends. Sorry, I'm trying to get this in camera. It's very difficult to basically center it. So I'm kind of avoiding the paws, or at least trying to. It doesn't really matter, but, you know, I don't want to use too much paint just trying to cover the paws. But here I am. So I can kind of skip that big inside paw, or at least I'm trying to. It is kind of difficult and almost stressful because you don't even know if you're going to drop this. So I wouldn't say painting is my favorite part. I like watching the foam rise. That's probably one of my favorite parts, and peeling it out. So I'm going to go like that, and I want to flip it over soon because it is going to fall off any moment now. So there we go. Now, I'm sorry I'm not getting this in camera. I'm going to stick this in the piece of foam. Like so. And then I might touch it up because I did miss a couple spots. And painting, you usually have to get a little bit dirty, but don't really worry because the paint does wash off. So that's what I'm going to do for that paw. So, yep. These are the squishies that I did in fast motion for you guys. And I'm just going to show you guys me peeling them. Sorry. So here is the bun. And you do want to be kind of slow with this because you don't know. So this bun actually turned out really nice. It's super smooth. Actually, let me grab my first bun that I made. Okay, sorry. Here it is. And as you can see, the top got really rough, so you need to leave it in for a little bit longer. And the top is very smooth on this one, so I'll just show a side-to-side comparison. So as you can see, this bun turned out a lot better. Also because I filled it up a little bit more full. This bun, you do want to be slow because you don't want to rip the, I guess, middle or bottom. Well, it's actually the top of it once you peel it out, but there it is. Super smooth like the other one. Also very slow rising. I'm very happy with the texture of these ones, I guess you could say. So I just kind of like to put them in back like that. Next for these guys, and as you can see, they overfilled like quite a lot, and some of them didn't fill enough. Wow, they pull out really easy. So I don't know if you can see this, but it does have some eyes and a nose, if you guys can see. I will paint over them with black once I paint it, but I'm not going to paint these in this video just because it will take too much time. Okay, so I have this little cat. This one you can see the face a lot more. These are actually a lot more slow rising than I thought. Now for the bears. Yeah, as you can see, the bow kind of messed up on this one, so when I do come to paint it, I'm probably going to cut off the bow and then just kind of fix the ear a bit. Then this one messed up the most because it's kind of missing some things, so yeah. Anyway, I had a cute idea for when I do paint these. I'm just going to show you guys. So I was going to take one of these buns and I guess you could say cut the back off and put it on top like so. I think that would be really cute. So yeah, these are these squishies. To show you like a close-up view of what cake squishies look like. And I have this giant silicone mold that my friend let me borrow for these cakes. And so this is basically the size that I was going for a cake. This size, it's a nice size. I did actually overfill one, so I'm just going to show you what it was, and then I cut it off. So this is what it looked like before, and so then you can see where I cut it off, so I can have a cake, and then I thought of making this a pizza, and then my mom also gave me an idea of making it a croissant, or a scone actually. So you can see where I cut off the bottom, which is going to be the bottom, and then the top, which is really nice. So there's multiple uses for one mold. See, like this cake, I left it because I didn't want to actually cut off the top, but I could cut off the top and make it a pizza slice as well. Alright, so I waited overnight and the pink is now dry. So now I'm going to paint the top, and I'm just going to show you how I do that in fast motion because it's a pretty slow process. So now I'm just going to let this squishy dry. Here is the paw print, and now it is dry. As you can see, it's not still rising, but that's because I haven't covered up all of the holes yet. So like I said, I'm going to use some white puffy paint to basically cover the paw. So here's that little spot that I'm trying to fill up. It's kind of difficult because you have to be really steady because I don't want to mark the white paint. So there we are, and that is it basically painted. So I did try to fill up most of the little air bubbles. It should be still pretty slow rising when it dries, so I will get back to you. Okay, I'm back, and it's been about 2 days since I painted these. I wanted to give it a lot of time to dry. So here are the two squishies. As you can see, I did get a little brown on that, but I will fix that up soon. Alright, so I'm going to show you the paw squishy first. So, it was completely dry yesterday, but I did need to patch up some of the white, so I did that off camera. And this is how it turned out, and it is scented like cotton candy. So it has a really sweet smell to it. So I really like this one. It's so cute, and it's just plain but adorable. So yeah, there's the paw. Then I have my cupcake, and this one is even more slow rising, and I really like that sauce on it because it was such a thick layer, so it looks pretty real. As you can see, these are very airy and slow rising, so I definitely recommend this. Alright, so those are the two squishies, and I want to show you some other squishies that I've made that I didn't paint on camera. Alright, so first I have this bun, and this one's very, I don't know what the word is. It's plain, but I really like it. It's not as rising as the other ones, but if you cover the bottom like that, it does get more rising. So this one reminds me a lot of the cupcake, and you'll see a lot of these with the similar design. So next is one of my favorites is this heart waffle, and I do have some heart waffle molds for these that I might have shown in the video. And so I don't know if you can notice, but this is a little bit darker. I tried to do some sort of shading, but it didn't work out too well. This one isn't as slow rising because there's still some like holes in the inside, but it's still really soft and nice. So this one's one of my favorite just because it looks so cute in my opinion. Then I have this chocolate cake, which I also really like. It has that same chocolate design. So this one's really nice. It's simple and squishy. So I really like this one. And then here is this one, which is one of the cutest ones. It's a little cupcake with the blue liner. And I love the little face, so yep. This was that little bunny that I showed in the fast motion time-lapse video. I just painted it, or glued it onto this cupcake and painted it. So the last one of my favorites is this candy apple, and I really like it because it's like so red and it's very slow rising. I did just paint the red, patch up some of the red part today, so it's a bit tacky, but it's still really nice. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please subscribe. So see you guys in my next one. Bye.